There's a question about future war, which you could even say lingers in a mist of uncertainty moving forward as war planners look to the next 10, 20 years of armored warfare. Is heavy armor like an Abrams tank here to stay in perpetuity? Or can lightweight composites approximate or parallel that level of survivability at a much lighter weight in order to increase mobility, cross bridges, support dismounted infantry? These are questions that are very much on the minds of Army futurists and scientists at the Army Research Lab, who are looking at different kinds of polymers, metals, composite materials to architect what might be the armor of the future. Protective solutions using a process called additive manufacturing. Different materials are analyzed at the microscopic level to try and discern what might be the best performing properties and what are the best performing combinations of materials that give you the maximum survivability. It's a question that's been lingering for many years with the Army, and perhaps the answer, at least in the short term, is to do both. Heavy armor has both a psychological deterrent effect, has been proven in combat, and something like the Abrams has been upgraded so much it has the same configuration of the 80s, but it's an entirely different vehicle with different FLIR, forward-looking infrared sights, different kinds of multi-purpose ammunition, lots more onboard electricity and command and control technology, not to mention computing and increased lethality with the weaponry, additional armor protections as well. So the Abrams tank is likely here to stay, at least for the foreseeable future. But that doesn't mean programs like the optionally manned tank aren't looking at different alternatives. The Army Futures Command cross-functional team looking at lighter weight kinds of armored vehicles, which can achieve through active protection a measure of survivability, and perhaps through composite materials a performance equivalent to, or perhaps in the future even superior to, the heavy armor now on the Abrams, yet be deployable. The Army is making a big push toward being more expeditionary. They'd like to be able to put survivable vehicles on the back of a C-17 or a C-130 and rapidly deploy them forward into warfare. So it seems, at least, there's a twofold path when it comes to approaching the future of armored vehicles. The maker of the Abrams tank, General Dynamics Land Systems, for example, aligns itself with the Army when it comes to looking at innovative ways to develop new materials. They're building, along with other vendors, the new next generation combat vehicles, as well as upgrading the Abrams tank. The V4 variant, for example, has a host of different additive improvements that make the vehicle well suited for both today and the next 15 to even arguably 20 years. So these combinations of materials are exactly what the scientists are looking at in a very elaborate and detailed way, in the hopes of being ready for warfare in 2050. Chris Osborne, Warrior Maven, Center for Military Modernization.